everybody, this is the Friends Without Benefits podcast. My name is Jason Horton, and I am so excited, and so should you, for my guest, Trisha Paytas. Hi, Trisha.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I've known you for a while, and we've done videos, and we've been in the same weird world of YouTube, I guess. Mm-hmm. Although I think you're kind of beyond YouTube. We're going to talk about it.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that. But I feel like your story is very interesting, especially compared to a lot of. I mean, I don't want to start off all negative. But we're here at speaking of negative, we're at the Sideshow Network, sideshownetwork.tv, my new yummy home.
It's beautiful here. It's so bougie.
Yeah, I know, right?
So fancy.
I'm a white guy. I deserve it. There's a lot of YouTubers that, tell us, and everyone has like a story to tell. And it doesn't matter how old you are, because, there's people that live 1,000 lives in a short amount of time. But, also it's kind of like, I'm a YouTuber. Look at my vlog. I went to Target today. I got a haircut. I guess I better write a book. You know what I mean? Like, with kind of not much life experience, getting the wrong iPhone. Like, I wanted a 32 gig when I was 9, and I only got a 16, and how that changed me. I don't know, but I feel like you have a story to tell in really a short amount of time. You know what I mean? Like, I think how you got here and what you do when you're here is very interesting. And because people ask me about you.
Really?
Well, they're just like, what's Trisha like?
Oh.
And I'm like, she's not. I think people want to. I don't know if they want to hear something. I was like, she's cool. She's nice. You know what I mean? And why do I know people think you and Shane or whatever.
Yeah.
People think I have all the answers. I know stuff.
Because you're one of the few people that I like. I don't have many I don't collab anymore except with you or Shane. I just don't have a lot of YouTube friends. So I feel like if they think you're friends with me, that you know me, which you do.
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
Well, I have you on here too. I think I kind of want to know more.
Yeah.
And I think I want to know more, in a little more chronologically, a little bit.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I'm bad at podcasts. I always say something I shouldn't. I'm just really, I get nervous.
Yo, I'm bad at everything else. So all right. So here's what Trisha does. Mm-hmm. If you're like, oh, what does Trisha do? Mm-hmm. You make YouTube videos, but you also are an author. You have products. Right, beauty products.
Beauty products.
I've been on TV. I saw you on Nathan For You, and I was so excited because I love that show. I was listening to your vlog yesterday, and you were in a Eminem music video.
Yeah.
And you were on Ellen.
I was on Ellen. Yeah.
For what?
Fast talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have that's just one. I was on Ellen for fast talking. To some people, that's enough.
Right.
I got mine. I got my 15 minutes. Everyone, I don't need anything else. Mm-hmm. But I feel like just one thing in all the things that you do. Mm-hmm. You've modeled for products and stuff like that.
Yeah. Lingerie at Hustler. You can find me there.
Yeah. Well, not you.
No, sometimes I like to go and take pictures of my own boxes.
So girls just show up to Hustler. And some of it's pretty kind of it's risque.
Yeah, there's, I don't know what we can say on here, but yeah, I've had some come out because I'm very Catholic, but when I modeled, I had to wear this nunnery outfit with a strap on, and that comes out all the time. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do?
What is there a name for that? Oh, I want to know what the catalog name for that is. Nunny Strap 006 or something?
It is Bad Sister or something, something weird that.
Okay, so you're to be fair to people that watch you, you're very polarizing. You're very kind of I compare you to Howard Stern because I grew up with Howard Stern. People love Howard Stern.
Yeah.
People don't love Howard Stern, but they all listen. And they all feed that thing. People were like, Howard Stern's I don't care. You're listening to me.
Right.
You're making me money. And I think sometimes I love a shakeup. I don't have to agree. I don't have to disagree. Unless it's truly hateful. Yeah. But there's people that I don't agree with. I was like, they're shaking it up though. And everything is so it's how many asses can I kiss today? And it's tiresome.
Yeah.
I'd rather somebody kind of be an asshole and back it up than somebody who's just like kissing ass and like wants to network. And, you know, I grew up and I love punk rock and I love being against. I was straight edge. Like, I was just against the jocks. Everyone called me fag in high school. Like, I was just against everybody. And then you come to, like, comedy, and everyone's like, we're all outcasts. And there's like, but then you become popular in comedy, and you become those same people in high school. And YouTube is no different.
Oh, God. YouTube's the worst. It's like high school elevated times 2000. I hate it. I hate YouTubers. I hate the YouTube scene. I refuse to watch videos. Like, I'm over it. Like, I hate it. I love YouTube for what I do on it, and I love my channel and, like, your channel, but, like, there's very few people that, like, I can stand on YouTube. And everyone, not only is it high school times 10, but they also think they're, like, Hollywood times 10. You think Hollywood's bad? Like, YouTube's worse because they have this, like, entitlement. Like, you don't have to earn your way up in YouTube like you do Hollywood. Like, YouTube, like, people just hand you stuff. Like, if you're a young kid and they, like, love you, like, you're famous, and it's like, and they have this such, like, sense of entitlement. Like, I'm a star, I'm a celebrity on YouTube. It's like, well, no, you're not. You're not Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's awful. And then it's the high school element. Like, who's in your clique? Who's cool?
What's
no
funny? Do you know Peter Gilroy?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were at, I think maybe it was like VidCon, and there's a bunch of young, cool, hot kids, and Peter Gilroy yelled, like, this is all going to be gone in a year. Like, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, I'm not saying it's true. And, you know, honestly, like, there's some of those people are nice. I mean, here's the thing is, I'm also a little bit like, some of those people are nice. Some of those people work very, very hard. And you know what? Here's the thing. It's like, if you have money or you're successful, take the money. Save
totally,
it.
yes.
Yeah, I can't. Listen, if people were doing that for me for whatever reason, I wouldn't be like, no, I can't take this money. I've never had a lot of money. I probably never will, but I know I would probably take it.
Yeah, I agree, but then the entitlement is where I pisses me off, like where they think they're somebody. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, well, you know, Shane Dawson, like, you know, he gets all that stuff like thrown at him, like he's always getting these opportunities, and it's like, and he takes it, but at the same time, he's not a dick. You know, he's not like, oh, well, like, excuse me, like, let me come through, like, just at VidCon, and I made a video about it. Like, when 3 years ago, Grace Helbig, literally 5 people came up to her and she's like, I can't take any pictures, like telling like the security to like block them off. I'm like, don't be a cunt. You know what I mean? It's like, these people are the reason you're
disclaimer. Like, I really do like Grace.
Oh,
I know, but here's the thing: is like, I've always seen her, like I've always had a good experience, and I've seen a good experience, and she's always been very cool. The fact that somebody will still respond to me pretty quickly is, I take that as
I don't know
cool.
her personally, just as a disclaimer, but what I saw at VidCon. And I said in a video, I call her out. Yeah. I call anyone out because there was literally like 6 people as she's walking through. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing or whatever. And Shane was the same way. Like, a ton of people come after him, but he's not an asshole about it. Like, he's just like, oh, like, I'm gonna have a meetup, like, talking to them, not like, get these people away from me sort of thing. And that I can't stand. And I will, and I've seen it so many times, and I can name so many more names. I won't, because I know you probably are like friends with all these people.
I mean, this is not, it's not a witch hunt, but it's not a place where I'm not gonna there's no censorship here. So you're free to say whatever you want. And, you know, yes, there's good and there's bad, but it is like, you know, those people are probably like, the reason they got into YouTube because they were awkward. You know what I mean? Or they weren't cool. And, like, you take some of those people and you put them in normal situations, they look like regular normal kids, like regular normal people. Yeah. But in this surreal situation, they're like a movie star. And for me, it's like you become what you hate. And I feel like YouTube is a lot of that. Same with the comedy scene. You become that thing, and it's like, you were a loser. You're depressed. That's why you're here. Yeah. And now you're like, you think you're hot shit. I was like, you still, like, especially comedians, like, you still look like garbage. You know what I mean? You still dress like garbage. So, you know, especially like the improv sketch comedy scene, it's like, can be super elitist. And there can be really great people.
Awful. And I know you don't have any association with my comment that I'm about to say, but UCB, for instance, I did like 2 classes there, and all of them were like, no, you're doing this wrong. I'm like, bitch, I have 1.5 million on YouTube. Yeah. You have 500 on YouTube. Yeah. Like, I know comedy. And they like demoted me, and like, with UCB, you have to pay for like, I don't know, was it like 6 weeks or 8 weeks? You have to like pay for the whole thing up front. And so after the second class, when they were like demoting me because I wasn't funny, I was like, I need my money back. And they like it was a big thing. I ended up calling like Bank of America and having to dispute this thing. And they were just so like, they thought they were just the end all be all. I'm like, you're teaching at UCB. You're not on SNL. You're not Will Ferrell. Like, I don't care. Like, why are you telling me I'm not funny? I hate that. Because comedy is like subjective, and I don't consider myself a comedian, but like, I went there to try and be better and to be like, that's not funny. And it's like, bitch, like, I just did a video on this. It has like 3 million hits. Like, it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, that's kind of stuff like pisses me off. And the comedy's the worst, especially like stand-ups. I know a lot of stand-ups, and I like, this is why I refuse to go on like anybody else's podcast. Like, stand-ups, I saw someone that I know out here, he did a podcast here, and like stand-ups are the worst because they think they're so famous and so like even if they're like I won't say anyone's name. I can't. But if they did movies like 20 years ago and they're doing a podcast now that gets like 30 listeners, they still think they're like hot shit and they don't want to be associated with me. Like, I'm like, okay, I'll do your podcast. Can I do a video? No. Like, I don't do that. I don't do YouTube. Like, bitch, you're doing a podcast for 5 viewers, you know? And like very few comedians, because I used to like love comedians. I used to work at the Laugh Factory. Very few comedians will do it. Jamie Kennedy was cool. He let me do a video with him. But like everyone else, they can like eat a dick.
Yeah, they can go and have the freedom to eat that dick.
Oh, I could go off.
I'm not a huge like stand up is not my world. Although like I've been to the Hollywood Improv lately, helping produce a show for them, and everyone's been really cool. But I'm not a very like me centric, especially with videos. You know,
Yeah.
I like to surround myself. Yeah, generally with women, but people that are funny and talented and better looking than me. And I'm just and I do improv and sketch. I like to be around other people because I don't really like to have the focus, which is strange because you do YouTube and all your social media. It's like, look at me, look at me,
and you're the king of it. Everything is like, I'm on Periscope, I'm on this. I'm like, geez, Louise.
The thing is, I need to supplement for people actually watching my stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you're here now, right?
I'm here.
We're here. We're queer. We're not going
I was just
anywhere.
gonna say
We're
that.
not going anywhere. I want to know how you got here. There's a road.
car.
There's a road you took to get here.
She thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean here, like you know, in the metaphysical, existential sense. Like you, I mean, I saw your high school yearbook. What were you like in high school?
Yeah. I switched high schools. I switched 5 high schools, and I was homeschooled, so like 6 technically. So I was like in a lot of high schools. I was just like not cool. I don't know. I was like over the top, kind of like I am now. I feel like what I am now is what I was in high school. I really haven't changed. Like I feel like, because here's the thing, I was voted homecoming queen, but no one talked to me. I was not invited. No one asked me. So it was like people liked me, but like they didn't because they didn't want to hang out with me. So I think I was like one of those people that was like kind of like a freak. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of like, oh, we don't get her, so we're not gonna talk to her. But at the same time, we kind of like her because she's different. So I don't know. I wasn't like a nerd, but I did get picked on a lot. I don't know. I'm from a hillbilly town. It's literally incest. It's literally Deliverance.
And where's that?
Pecatonica, Illinois.
Okay.
And it's hillbilly. It's hillbilly for sure. Yeah. And Byron, Illinois was the worst. That's where I spent like 12 years of my life. Byron, Illinois can definitely eat a dick because they're the worst. They're the worst people ever. Like the worst people you ever meet. So mean. I got deep.
What got you from there to LA, I guess?
Okay. So yeah, basically the day of my high school graduation, I can't even believe I graduated high school, was from Pecatonica, and I got on a plane that day because my dad lived in San Diego. So I got on a plane to like live with my dad that day, and I spent the summer working like Target and like all these like awful jobs. And
in
then,
San Diego?
Yeah, in Temecula.
Temecula.
Yeah,
okay, so that's
near San Diego.
Yeah, is it?
It's like, I don't know, like maybe like
an hour. I used to live in San Diego.
It's in the Inland Empire.
Yeah,
So it's not really. I say San Diego because it's like that's the closest, but technically it's like Riverside County.
Yeah.
So then I went to college, like community college, and it was just awful. And I just wanted to. And I got a job on the Greg Behrendt show. Like it was like a Craigslist ad. Okay, so this is how it was. So I was searching. I didn't have an agent. I didn't know how to get on TV, but there was Craigslist ads for TV, film, and entertainment. So I used to like go on there just to see like what it was. And they were looking for someone to get like a make under. And I nominated myself from like my brother's perspective. I'm like, my sister is out of control. She dresses like Barbie.
Would you do it as your brother?
Yeah.
Was it a fake? Okay.
Yeah. And then they called, and so I had to convince my brother to like go on the show with me, and it was great because it was the Greg Behrendt show, and then I ended up becoming like union, and they had me on like 14 episodes after that. But what happened was they liked me so much, and they asked me to come back. My dad's like, no more TV. Like you have to do school because I was missing school because I shoot Monday through Thursday, and so I just quit school. I was just like, F that, I'm gonna just like move, and so I moved like by myself to like be on the Greg Behrendt show. It got canceled like that season, but you know, it got me to LA, so I got union, and it was all that. Yeah. So
what was your next step? Like now, what do you? Because you know, in LA or Hollywood, it's like. Now what?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I got that so easily, and that was like a union job. I was getting like, $2,000 an episode. It was so great, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is easy. And then right after that, a producer got me for Who Wants to Be a Superhero, which is a sci-fi show with Stan Lee, and that was great. So like everything was like doing really well, and then all of a sudden, like I wasn't getting anything, and I didn't know how to go about getting anything because up to that point, it was like the Greg Behrendt producer told me about this, so I didn't know. So yeah, that's my video yesterday. I met my a guy, and he like told me to get into stripping to make money. And And so I kind of was focused on that. And then
Now, by guy, was it you met like my friend Craig, or was it a guy that you were into?
Yeah, I was like dating kind of, but I was like 18. He was like 47, and I was just like kind of didn't know how to make money, and so he's like,
all the guys listening are kind of like, oh my, there's hope for me. Anytime I hear that, it's like, I was 18, he was 47. I was like, I got time.
Well, for 18-year-olds, yes. Oh, see, now I'm older now. I'm going to be 27 in a couple weeks, so now I date only people 55 and older. So if you can get into movies for a discount.
It's like that Sammy Hagar song, you can drive 55 and older. You know the song, I Can't Drive 55?
I'm not a Sammy Hagar fan.
Okay. And I'm old, so I said that. But he had a song called I Can't Drive 55, and you can drive 55 and faster.
And faster.
So you got into stripping, and this is in here in Hollywood, LA?
Yeah, I started at Seventh Veil, actually, which is a pretty bougie club.
Yeah, I mean, Motley Crue has it in one of their songs. So
yeah, Raising Hell at the Seventh Veil. Yeah, I did that in Body Shop, which are like two of the exclusive clubs, like more high, I shouldn't say high end, but basically, they weren't the ghetto clubs where I ended up later on, like in the Valley. I was working at Godfather's. I talk about this all the time.
It was like the podcast version when you said comedians go to podcasts, so you went to the podcast version of the strip clubs.
I did. I started off being like in the movie Dumb and Dumber, and then I went to podcast. Yeah. So it was kind of like, okay. So yeah, it was great. And I met a lot of people actually through stripping. So like I was able to get like makeup jobs on a movie set because like a director was like, oh, I can get you on this. Yeah. So and
did people like, I mean, I've only been to a strip club 3 times. Once to deliver pizza, once because I went when I just turned 18, and then once I went in San Diego with the girl that I was dating, and then the owner was just like, her and this other girl was like, you guys should work here, and I got all mad. I got into a fight. So it was the only 3 times I went to strip clubs. Yeah,
I feel like you're a strip club person.
No, porn. Now, porn is different.
Sorry, I didn't do porn.
Very different story. That was my old podcast, though. But so was there anything like typical about the underworld of that, where they like try to turn you out, or like there's like tons of drugs, or like what's the?
I think so. I think like all the stereotypes are pretty much true. The only stereotype that's like not true, well, for me anyways, because I never worked in like Vegas or anything or New York. I just never made a ton of money like you think. Like I was making good. I was making like a few grand.
I watch rap videos. They make it rain.
They make it rain. I mean, they do with $1 bills in LA. You know what I mean? And the problem with LA is a lot of it's full nude, so there's no alcohol. You can't serve alcohol, so it's like no one's drunk and like I don't know.
It's all paying attention to like. I would like to see them titties, please.
It was. And no, it was like that. So it was hard to make money. And I don't know. I wasn't making much. So that's when, but then it gets into that whole like underground, like you said, like drugs and like escorting. Like everyone escorts. Like pretty much any strip club in the Valley, they're all hookers. Like you can't just sell a lap dance anymore. Like you have to have sex with people if you want to be a stripper. Like it's not just lap dancing.
Did you ever do jumbos? I had a conversation about jumbos recently.
No, but I was in a porn on accident at Jumbos one time, but I was never.
You know what? Sometimes I was in a porn, but it was a total accident. I was pushing my cart shopping at Target, and I ended up in a porno.
It was called Horny Birds 9 or something.
Oh, I didn't see the first 8, so I'm not going to understand what's going on.
It was awkward.
Nothing? Oh, okay, good. So how do you accidentally end up in a porno?
Because the website LA Casting. I always tell people like LA Cast.
Yeah, I do know that one. Do you know that website Pornhub? Well, it's crazy.
Well, LA Casting is like kind of like. It's not cool.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, no, it's legitimate, but there's a lot of crappy things on
like
there.
Actors Access, like all these things are like actor like jobs for $100 or whatever. So I thought it was like an extra job. They said it was like an extra job. Like, oh, you're gonna just be like in the crowd or something. I was like, okay.
A crowd of penises?
Literally. That's literally what happened. And then we showed up and they had you sign things and it was really weird. They had you sign things and I was like, okay, used to it. But then they had you hold like your ID to your face and I was like, this is like kind of weird or whatever. And I brought my little sister because like bring people, we'll pay them $100. Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. And then we get there and it's like a homemade porn where they basically are just like. They asked me to hold the camera because I didn't want to participate in anything because, like, basically, like, the girls, if you would have had sex with the guys, got, like, an extra, like, $150 or something. Oh. Yeah. And it was so bad, though. Like, people were just, like, having sex, like, right in front of you. Like, it was weird. It was really weird. And then at the end of the whole thing.
Where was your sister?
Like, behind me. And she was mortified. My sister had just turned 18. Okay. And so I was mortified.
18, everybody. Lawyers out there, 18 on my podcast. Everything's 18 up.
18 up, yeah. No, it was bad. It was really embarrassing. My sister was mortified. I was mortified. And then the whole thing, they make you say, like, were you drunk or anything during this time? And we had to say no to get paid. in reality, they were serving us drinks. So it's like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't drink anything. It was embarrassing. It was like dirty. It was like gross. I was like over it. Like,
I mean, I did a thing where I crashed a porn set. I made a video where I crashed a porn set.
what porn was it?
It was something for, I forget who. It wasn't like a tiny, but it was at someone's house, like in the, I think it was somewhere. No, it was in Marina Del Rey.
Really?
Yeah. Was that your? No.
Was it at my?
No. It was in kind of in this area. That's what I was wondering. I was like, oh, this is in the valley, and it was pretty strange. Of course, I just went in there and made a bunch of jokes and stuff like that.
Wait, why did you do it? Just for a video or for
just
fun?
for video? For video. I don't think the actors knew that I was going to be there, but the people who ran the thing, they thought it was like good promotion or whatever.
Jeez,
so,
you have the connections to everything.
If I want to do it, I make it happen. You know
I mean, I like that. That's why we're friends. I'm kind of the same way.
Did
I'm
you
like
see
that.
the porno when it came out?
No.
No, okay.
I think some website like saw it and they like screenshotted it because I was in another one called This Ain't Jaws XXX, but I was like I kind of knew it was for porn, but I just was like in the background like on a bikini, like no one was having sex in the scene I was in. They
Right.
were just like talking. I think
But it's that weird thing because, you know, if somebody says, oh, Trisha was in a porno, they're not lying.
Yeah, that's true. And what I use it to my advantage. There's so many like my past in porn has like 3 million views. You know,
Of course. And you probably do that once every year. You
Yeah.
make that same video.
True, it's true.
So that's why, I mean, I bet you when you were sitting there at that time, you weren't like, this will be good for a vlog thumbnail and a vlog title.
No, because I was YouTubing, but I wasn't like YouTubing. No, it was awful.
So, okay, so from there, because you have books, and one of them is about escorts.
Yes.
Do you want to explain that a little bit?
Yeah, well, it's called The Stripper Diaries, and that one kind of just goes more into like I didn't go real. The reason I didn't go much into it is because I don't want to like teach people how to do it because escorting you do make a lot of money, and so I didn't. But at the same time, like you get STDs and you get all this stuff, like you know. And I talk about this like pretty openly, like you know, I've gotten so many STDs in my life, like I'm kind of just like ridden with STDs, like I'll probably like never get pregnant because like all these STDs, but having said that, it's like, you know, that's what you pay. Like anyone who escorts, anyone who strips pretty much has something that they can't get rid of. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't want to ever like go someone that route and stuff like that. So I didn't go into it, but just a girl at the club, she's like, hey, like, do you want to, and they were huge celebrities at the time. And for me, I was 19 or 20 and I was
feel like this is like a Lifetime movie that I've definitely seen.
Oh,
It's
really?
like, you know, you can make a lot more money. No, it's like, oh, college is so hard. I can't afford to pay for books. Like, well, I got this friend Gary, and he's a businessman. Like, I don't know. Is that what it's like?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It really kind of is. Maybe I just was dreaming this. Maybe I just saw it on Lifetime and I was like, ooh, that could be my story.
Yeah.
No, kind of like that though. But except I wasn't paying for college. I just needed money. But I just to meet. Well, I talk about this too. Like I always want to meet celebrities. Like when I was younger, I thought like the goal in LA was to hang out with celebrities, which is like stupid because it gets you nowhere.
Is it not that?
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like you don't make any money when I don't know. It was just stupid. So anyways, I was like, okay, I can meet celebrities. Okay, cool. But then you do, and they're like disgusting human beings. Like they're all pieces of shit. Like I'm going to do a video one day where I just don't care anymore. Or if I get like a terminal illness, where I'm just going to like call out everybody because they're all pieces of shit. But except for a few. So I just was like, she's like, oh, this guy, and she said his name, and he was like a huge time celebrity. You got to sign like an NDA. He was like married with kids. She's like, he'll like pay this much or whatever. Because at the time I was like, I was curvy, but I was like thinner than I am now. But I wasn't like super skinny, so people liked it. But yeah, scared me.
Now you telling me that maybe you were gonna have a movie optioned, or like something you were working on?
Yeah,
for one of your books.
Stripper Diaries was actually picked up by a big network, not like a ABC, NBC. It was more like one of those like movie networks, and it was picked up, and we actually like shot like 6 episodes because like here's the thing about TV shows, like you get it picked up. I was like super excited. I worked with this guy at Yari Film Group. He's not there anymore, but we like developed it. It got like picked up. All the stuff we shot it with a name actress, and then like it just never went to air. It just was like awful, and like it like really, I was over it at that point. I was very disheartened because we tried so hard for so long to get it sold, and then when we sold it, like, this is it. And then so no, not anymore. It's not happening.
So when did you like really kind of like I'm doing this YouTube thing like for real? Like when did that start?
I still don't really look at it that way because I always feel like if
I know
I'm,
you
like,
don't, but it's hard to kind of deny that it is happening.
Are you saying like putting my effort into it, or when did I realize like it was a job, or like?
Yeah, I think kind of like the point when you were like you know, I need to do this. It's not a thing where it's just like, yeah, maybe I'll make a YouTube video. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, you know how it is now.
Yeah.
You feel like you have a responsibility to whatever that is.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I still kind of look at it as like if I don't want to make a video, I don't. Like I don't.
But you're pretty consistent. I think
I really like it. I think it became like a full-time job like 2.5 years ago, but never and this is the truth, never am I like, oh, I gotta make a video today or something like that. If I feel like that, I just don't do it. And that's why I kind of like when I'm not having a good day, I'll make like 10 videos in one day because I'm like, oh, this is all my energy. I want to talk and talk and talk because it's basically like my YouTube channel is so different than most people's. Like they're like you said earlier, they're like mini podcasts. Like I'm like, oh, I have a topic, I'm gonna do like a video on it and I'm gonna talk about it, or like a Wendy Williams show or something like that. You know what I mean? So mine's just more like talking based. So when I'm in a good mood, I talk and I love it and I'm glad people do. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like if I don't want to make one, I just don't make one. And yeah.
But you also you bank a lot of videos, right?
Like stockpile?
You stockpile,
yeah, I do. Actually, it's funny because I was telling this Jane, I really don't have any more stockpiled, so I have to start like making them again. The reason I stockpiled too is because like my mom, she had cancer earlier this year, so like for a month, I was kind of just doing stuff with her and not really caring about YouTube. Like to me, it was not that I didn't care about it. It was just more like I don't have the energy to do it. Like I was just like I don't have anything positive to talk about. Like I don't want to do it. And my hair has been out and stuff, so I was like, But I had so many stockpiled that it worked out. But now I'm like I'm like one video out. Like I think our video is like the only one I have like left, so we gotta put that up.
Oh, well, we will have that video. I'm supposed to see a cut of it on. It's just because it's that police. You know what I mean? Like police set. I should see it on Thursdays. Hopefully, we'll have it up. In the next couple
took
days.
So long. It's literally been like a month and a half. I'm like, what the heck?
I know. It's like drop out of school, idiot. Stop. Edit my videos.
Oh, you don't edit them?
No. I pay someone to do that. So, but
Shit, you're a baller.
Here's the thing with. You don't consider yourself like a real YouTuber, right?
No.
And I kind of like that too, only because it's kind of like I just don't feel like just don't know really where I fit in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the whole thing.
We use like YouTube as our like a channel, but it's not like I don't consider like a YouTuber.
Yeah, and it's not to like discredit or whatever, or
Right.
there's anything wrong with it and stuff like that. But it is like I love to write, I love to do a lot of things, and
Right.
YouTube is a great place to make that happen. And I just think the kind of the stuff that I do isn't necessarily like people don't want to see that every single day.
Yeah, and it's like I'm kind of the same way with you. Like there's definitely like this YouTube click. There's a YouTube thing. Like people do collabs and like that's cool and whatever. But it's just like I can't do it because it's like not me. And so I'm like I don't want to do it. And like you said, there's other things I want to do. YouTube is my main. I do love YouTube more than anything. But again, it's like my own thing. It's like not trying to be like, oh, let me put my lips in a shot glass and make them big for your entertainment. You know what I mean? Like that stuff doesn't really appeal to me. But
Kind of appeals to me. I don't know
Yeah?
what that
Are
is.
you gonna do it?
I don't know what it is. Is there something going on now?
Jason, where have you been? It's
It's
like the new ice bucket challenge called the Kylie Lip Jenner challenge.
Oh,
the
I'll do
Kylie Jenner. No, you put your lips in a shot glass and you suck out all the air for 15 minutes and it like explodes your lips.
Nah, I can't do that.
It's really popular right now though. Like it's the biggest thing happening. I can't believe you don't know this. It's like started trending like 2 days ago.
I don't.
You're
I
on
watch
Periscope.
People's Court. I watch People's Court on YouTube and eat Panda Express.
I was on People's Court. I was on
really?
People's Court and Judge Alex and Judge Judy. I've been on a lot of and Supreme Court of Comedy. I've been on so many.
Can I find them online?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
all. Well, Judge Alex, it has a lot. My sister was on it with me. That has like 3 million views.
I love court shows. That's like
Really?
that's most of what I watch. When people are like, what do you watch most on YouTube? Court shows.
Oh yeah, I'm
I
on a
love
court show. I was supposed to go on one with the 3 judges right now, but I was like,
Okay, so the interesting thing about you do YouTube and you're successful at it, I believe. But it's not in the same way other people are. They do it a very, they're like they jump cut their videos and they have a thing at the end and then there's music and there's a lot of collabs. Yours are literally like it's very like aside for your music videos and your bigger videos that are pretty epic. You just kind of turn it on and it's no frills. I mean, it looks good and it sounds good, but it's no frills.
Right, no music. Kind of just because I don't know how to do that, but at the same time, like I tried to ask Shane one time like how to do it. He's like, you don't really need it. So I was like, okay, because he's like, I kind of like it. So yeah, I don't know, music, all that stuff's distracting to me, and it's very to me like little kiddish, like immature. I mean, I'm 27, like I don't need to be doing like stupid jokes and then cuts and then like like all that kind of stuff, and like whoever does it, like whatever, that's fine, but like I don't know, it's just like not me either, and I think I don't like watching those videos, so I don't want to do those kind of videos. I don't know, with YouTube I just don't have like a plan.
Well, you put up that the vlog that from when we shot at the police station, and the video will be out at youtube.com/jasonhorton. I mean, what? Can I not plug things here? But people were like, this is only 2 minutes. Like, I want 20 minutes. I want 40 minutes. When a lot of other people's like, I'm good with 2 minutes, man. Like, give me the 2 minutes and just go away.
Yeah, I see that comment on most people's videos, like, this needs to be shorter. So I always think, like, YouTube wants short videos. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I think kind of what you were saying, and Shane told me the exact same thing. Like, people don't necessarily watch my videos to watch them. They kind of just, like, listen, like, while you're doing other things. And so I'm kind of getting that now to maybe just, literally before I came in here, I did, like, a 30-minute vlog in the parking lot because I was so early. So I was like, I'm just going to, like, vlog. I know. Oh, wait till you see the vlog. And I even gave you a shout out. I was just like, Jason, this has nothing to do with you. I just have anxiety. I was worried that if I come in and I sit, people are going to be like, oh, can I get you water? Or it's going to be awkward. Or they're going to be like, why are you here so early? Or I'm going to bump
ignore
in.
You here. Right, Sean? They just ignore. They pretend you don't exist here.
I mean, kind of. I did walk in, and I was kind of like just standing there. I was like, this is awkward. And that's what I was scared of in the car, that it was going to be awkward. I was like, oh, this is so awkward.
Sideshow Network, very scary place. Pretty much like a haunted house. But, okay, so you had your main channel, which is youtube.com/BLND SUNDOLL number 4 MJ.
Oh my gosh, you're like the first
Pretty good,
person
right?
to get it.
Blonde sundoll for Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And
wow, I'm so impressed right now.
Are you ever like, why don't I just use my name?
All the time.
Yeah.
It was literally my AIM screen name.
Yeah.
Like way
I
back
know.
in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know that. I was down with the chat rooms and yeah.
It's the stupidest thing ever. I hate it, but at the same time, I tried to change it one time to Trisha Paytas. I mean, I think I have a vanity URL now, but like I actually tried to change the thing to Trisha Paytas, and everyone's like, "No, that's like selling out. Like you're like it shows that you're original YouTuber with a stupid username." I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I just kept it, and then I tried to change it, and then someone else tried to steal it and put Blonde Sundial Forum as their thing. So I was like, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna own it.
But you started. I mean, you put up daily videos, and. On your main channel, do you still, because you have a second channel?
I have a second channel, yeah.
You were like, this is not enough.
This is not enough Trish. Like the world needs more Trish.
Yeah, and I think what a good if you do YouTube, some people think like, I just started a YouTube channel. Do I need 5 right away? It's like, no, idiot. Work on the first one first, right? I mean, it's like have something for people to care about to have something else. It's like, I need that, and I mean a gaming one. I was like, nobody cares who you are right now. You're nothing. You're a nobody. You might be amazing, but nobody knows it.
Right.
So first build out that one thing. Then be like, okay, maybe it requires something else.
Yes, because I was one of those idiots that had like 5 channels because I thought that's what I needed. I don't use any of them except for my 2 now because the other 5, you put in all this effort. Nobody cares about your main channel. No one's going to care about the other 4 that you're doing. They're going to care even less. And you're putting so much effort into it. And I was like, what the heck? But yeah, don't do that. The only reason I actually started the second channel, because honestly, I probably wouldn't have, is because my first channel was like on suspension for like 2 weeks because I had 2 flags or something against me. And my network was like trying to get it taken off and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so they're like, just start a new channel and like just use that for now. Because I was like freaking out because I post every day and I was like, why can't I post? So I started a new channel. And then at the end of the day, people just like liked it. And so I was like, I might as well just keep doing it. It's kind of like a lot of work because I do edit all my videos and stuff, but
and those are a little more like your main channel is more, aside from like epic music videos, is you're kind of talking about a subject,
right?
And the other ones, the vlogs, it's usually like, look at all these crazy penis butts, you know what I mean, or something crazy. It's some kind of crazy title, right?
Oh yeah, okay, the title. I was like, wait, have I done that?
No. But it's like that, which is fine. It's either yours or Shane's. One of you guys have like, my sideways penis or whatever it is.
I steal them from Shane.
Yeah.
I see Shane's titles. I'm like, I'm gonna one up him. Cum Carnival. We like the cum ones on my channel.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? He's the pioneer.
Yeah.
Of crazy titles. And
He's
stuff like that.
He's smart.
An OG.
Yeah.
But those are more like you're driving in your car, you're going here, you're going there.
Yeah.
What's the difference in responses to people kind of seeing you? I mean, they're both you. It's hard to say. They're both you. Like, one isn't like a glamorized version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is. One's like a glamorized version.
I mean, it's you kind of set up, but it's not like you're in like outer space. You're just, you're just still really sitting there talking about a subject. And the other one is you're kind of like out and about. Like, what do people like? Do you feel like there's a different audience? Like, people like, I just want to see you driving in your car.
Yeah.
I just want to see you talk about, crazy sideways dicks.
Well, I think people they tend to seem to like the vlogs more. Everyone says they love the vlogs more. Views say otherwise, but most people are like, oh, I like it more. Main channel, I don't know. See, that's why I kind of struggle. I don't really know. know, to be honest. Main channel, I like sit and I get pretty, and like I think there's a thing to that where people like to look people who look attractive, and on my second channel, you're not going to see anyone who looks attractive. You know what I mean? Like you're going to see this.
But some people, I think that might feed like I know this Trish now, so when I watch her main channel, I feel like I have an investment in this person, or maybe
be.
or around. Now, speaking of your videos, okay. You have videos that piss people off.
I do. I try not to anymore, but at the end of the day, when I try not to, I still piss people off, so I don't know.
So, when I was first kind of catching wind of you, there was, you had videos about, like, Mitt Romney.
Yes.
Yes. And, you had a video that was pretty popular, Do Dogs Have Brains?
Yeah.
Right. Now, how much of what you do is just literally like, I just want to piss some people off today.
Back in the day, everything.
Yeah. You trolled.
Yes,
hard.
Everything. I wanted to piss people off so much because not only did I get a reaction, that's how I was making money. Like the Mitt Romney one, that was the first time I was making like serious money. I was like, holy cow, I need to start doing this more. So I would just think of anything that would piss people off. Now, my dad's a very staunch conservative and stuff. He says in like privacy is something like you should not repeat, because he's Catholic, he's conservative, all this stuff. So I'm like, I'm going to take this and just say it and piss people off. And then, I got a little bigger and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, let's not, because people, I was that good of an actress that people thought they were my actual opinions. And I was like, ooh, I don't know.
I see your stuff, like, especially when I know you, I see your videos around. Like, I've seen you on sites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've seen you on Tinder profiles. Because I research Tinder profiles for, like, jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's one of you with the banana, maybe from your thumbnail, as, like, a fake Tinder profile.
No.
Yeah,
I wonder
absolutely.
if people, like, swipe for that one. Like, they like it.
Probably. It's a bunch of dudes. Oh, come on. Who's not swiping right? Everyone's swiping right. Dudes are. But, like, I mean, like, how much, like, then, you're saying, how much is it, are you just doing it to push buttons, and how much of it's, like, true?
None of it was true. Like, none of it. And it kind of was, like, sad to me because I saw some people really liked the true Trish when I wasn't trolling. So I was like, oh, this is kind of sad that I have to go do it, because then I would do it and people were like, I'm disappointed. And then it made me feel bad because it's like there's people who genuinely liked me, and then here I am, like, trying to piss, like, off every single person. Like, I did ones about gay. I did ones about hating animals, Jews, like, anything I could do.
Well, you did the PETA one.
The PETA. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I follow the drama on that
one.
Oh,
yeah. And then you're like, you can put on my channel, but I'm like, no, Jason, people will kill me. Like, people were actually like, I want to skin you, like, those, like, leather bags. Like, people, and they were sending me death threats. Like, people were showing up at my house. Like, that one was actually scary. And that was the first time I took one down. Like,
right.
I've taken some down since just because I don't want that, like, associated with me because it's, like, not me. But that one I took down right away because I was, like, scared for my life. Like, oh, my God. Like, and I don't like animals at all. But, like, in that one, I was like, a stingray killed Steve Irwin. Like, we need to fucking kill all these animals. Like, they all need to die. They're killing us. So I'm going to wear a stingray on my glasses. And I had stingray on my Chanel glasses. And that's where it kind of, like, stemmed from. And people were so pissed. And then I went on saying, like, all animals should die. I killed a dog once. I don't care. Like, that kind of stuff. And people were pissed more than anything. Yeah. Like, I literally.
Understandably. Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm like, why would anyone be mad? But also, like, I don't believe in censorship, so, like, I'm kind of...
But there was a lot of hate. Like, I literally have, like, compared, like, Obama to Hitler and talked about, like, Jews in the Holocaust, and they're, like, and that's the one people want to kill me for? Like...
Well, I think, I don't know, the empathy or sympathy or whatever people have for animals is just... People are honestly, like, a lot of... Are hateful in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be someone who's like, she's kind of right. I'm like, I would never say it, but I agree. You know what I mean? But, like, animals, no one is ever going to be like, it's hard for people to be like, yeah, I would kill a dog or I'd strangle a cat. Like, no one's going to do that.
I mean, I probably would if it was, like, okay to do. I mean, at the end of the day, I just hate them. You know why? Because dogs hate me and they attack me. And they're like, there's probably a reason. I don't know. I don't like animals. I stand by that. But the way I did it was trying to piss people off. And at the end of the day, it's scary. I don't want to, like, die because of one of my videos.
Right. But, okay, so now when you start... when you become more the you Trish, the real Trish.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to believe? You know what I mean? You understand that? Like, you understand?
Yeah.
So even when I that transition, when I was watching it, I was like, I don't know what to feel. Like, I don't know what to think. And maybe it's not for me. It's for me just to take it for what it is.
That's frustrating because I totally understand it, and that's the most frustrating part because even to this day, I literally do not do, like, purposely trolling. I do videos that I think are funny and people can take them as offensive when they're clearly comedic. You know what I mean? But yeah, when I do my real stuff, it's hard. And a lot of people are like, how do we know what to believe from you? And I think at the end of the day, you won't be able to, because I have done so much trolling ones and people still think I lie about everything. And at the same time, my life, and it's always been like this even as a kid, my life is kind of like unbelievable, like stuff
Absolutely,
that I do.
yeah.
It's because I'm like a crazy person. So I feel like stuff that I do does not make sense to most people. Like there's no way that's real. So some of my stories probably do seem, but I don't do trolling videos anymore. And I always say this, like I don't lie about things anymore because I try and be as honest as I can. But yeah, you can't really.
Well,
I don't know.
also, there's a little more longevity with you being honest. There's only so many ways you can push buttons every single day. You know what I mean?
I mean, I had a whole list. I had like 100 more videos I could have done, but you know, it just it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't what I wanted anymore. I got a little older. I was like,
right?
oh.
Yeah, you just want to be a little more honest with yourself, and
Yeah.
it seems like that's what people are going to resonate with
Yeah,
anyway. Right?
I've gotten way more popular than I was there. Like one video would hit good back then, but now all my videos do consistently good. So,
Do you think there's as many people that don't like you? What do you think the ratio of people liking you and don't liking you?
you know, there's just as many people who still hate me. There's some people. I used to read a website so long ago, like months ago, and I read it for years, and they like genuinely hate me. Like they would like contact schools or companies I work with to try and like bring my life down. Like they hate me. I have so many people who like genuinely like hatred of me. Like will make Twitter profiles tell me to die. Like just really really hate me and try and make my life a living hell. So there's a lot. At the same time, there's a lot of people that love me too, but. You know, I don't know. It's 50-50. Like, if you read my comments, I don't read them anymore because literally half my comments are like, go die. You're a fat, ugly fucking whale. Like, all this shit. Like, you have AIDS. Like, all this stuff. And then, like, the other people are, like, really sweet. So it's definitely love or hate.
Well, I think with that, you have the infighting happens, and that kind of boosts everything up. You know what I mean? Like them talking about it is getting people probably more interested.
Yeah, it's true because I do get a lot of like hate tweets, like "Look at this ugly dumb bitch," you know. But
you had
at the time.
No. That's it's just Nikki Limo.
Oh, okay. Like, hey.
Speaking of bitches, you want to take some Snapchats?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to read. This one's, I don't know what I'm going to be reading. Hopefully it's related. This is from KDP123. Oh.
Trisha, I love you. I watch videos all the time. You're my favorite YouTuber in the whole world.
See?
Oh.
That was for you.
Well, there's a love one. Thank you.
That was a love one. Let's see.
I get a lot of love. I do say I have a lot of people.
Let's see. We love Trish. These people that love Trish.
Aww.
Nobody can see this on the thing, but just to let you know, we are looking at it.
I mean, my little people that follow me, they're very loyal.
They're very great.
I will say that. They're awesome.
This girl loves Trish.
Okay.
Bryn. She's doing the Kylie Jenner lips.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the cleavage.
No, you know what? Because guess what? That's not where my mind is. My mind's on the art.
The Kylie Jenner lips.
Let's see. Jordan Jabowski. Tell Trish I love her, and she's my idol. There you go. Yeah.
There's no questions though, but thank you. I like these.
I mean, listen, it's let's see.
I didn't think there'd be questions. I told Jason, I'm like, I don't think there's gonna be questions, but I love that you guys.
This one says, "You still with Trisha?" In the dark.
I love it too, and the
Yeah.
little face was like,
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do Amanda. Amanda, I think. Trish, a cutie with a big booty. Love from the Bay Area.
"Aw, LA face with an Oakland booty."
Yeah. So there we just did a little bit. So
Love that. That was
great.
No, you die, bitch.
Yeah, none of those are in there. I don't let those pass through. So you are not a fan of going to like conventions, like VidCon or Playlist Live.
No.
Why?
It's just what I dealt with that one VidCon. Like I said, it's not has anything to do with the people there. It's the YouTubers. Like I said, I did a video. It's still up about all the YouTubers who were complete assholes. Like even ones like Grace. Yes, she's a bigger one, but even ones that weren't so big. Like I just hate it. Talk about when I was saying it, the entitlement and big heads. Like YouTubers have the biggest heads of anyone I met. I know celebrities that have egos, but YouTubers are a whole other level. Beyond comedians, beyond celebrities, YouTubers are the worst. And I hate those kind of conventions because everyone just thinks they're the shit. Like, and I hate it. And I've heard people say terrible things about people who watch them. And it infuriates me to no end because at the end of the day, like YouTubers are only successful because of people who watch them. Like that's the only way you'll be successful. There's no studio behind you. There's no sleeping with people. Like it's just people watching you. So when these people are like, fuck these little people, like it pisses me off and I hate it. And the sense of entitlement of people walking around with like security and telling people, oh no, tell them I can't take pictures when there's literally two of them right next to them.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch.
I'd be so stoked if two people. Hey, listen, if you're at VidCon, and if two people walked up to me, I would freak out. I'd ask you for an autograph. But I'm very I still respond to comments because for the most part, like at an 80% rate, because I'm just polite. If somebody says, "Hey, I like this," thank you.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
I hold doors for people. I'm polite to wait staff if I'm out to. You know what I mean? I'm just like, that's just how I am.
Oh, that's the other thing. There's a few YouTubers and this is why I don't be friends with them anymore. It's like you go out to eat with them and they're so like condescending to waitresses. Or if we go to like a movie theater and like they say, oh, like, you know, it's sold out. They're like, do you know who I am? Like I've had people say that like on numerous occasions, like YouTubers. I'm like, nobody knows who you are outside of YouTube. Like it's literally embarrassing, and it's a weird world.
Unless you're the person in the movie, that nobody's gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even so, I mean, you could go out with like literally like the biggest name, and it's like even them, or they're not like that. It's like I don't know. That's my biggest pet peeve, and I hate VidCon because of those reasons. And everyone thinks they're just like, you go on panels and like, let me tell you my expertise, and it's like people who like don't know anything about anything. And I know that's like probably sounds really kind of like I'm condescending towards them, but at the same time, it's like I don't like it. It just makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to listen to you talk. Like, who are you? Like the Shaytards. Like, what do they do besides exploit their kids from birth? Like, every day you're going to film your kids. They don't have a say early on. It's like, I hate it. And they get all this praise and worship, and these kids get all the presents, and it's like, it's not even jealousy or anything. It's just like sad, and it's kind of sickening. It's like, ugh, you're going to do that to your kids every day? Like, it's one thing to put your kids on YouTube, but to do it and like kind of exploit them. His book is called Fat Dad, Fat Kid, and it's sickening. It's like sickening. Like they make him like not go for sugar for a year. Like they focus on his weight as like a storyline of their YouTube. It's like he's a child. He doesn't choose this. Like, you know, you've literally put them on camera. It's sickening. I hate it. And those people being glorified disgust me.
I wish I had a kid to exploit.
Me too. Let me get pregnant.
Anyone want to lend me their kid? I could just exploit them. I'm running out because I'm straight up out of videos. What's it like for you when like no cameras, there's nothing? Like I'm gonna say there's nothing. It's just you with you, and you're not responding to anything. You're not filming anything. You're not scheming. You're not planning. Like, what's it like for you just to be with you?
I just sit on my couch and I watch TV and I order Grubhub. Like, that's the truth. I just eat. I haven't eaten so. That's my main way. I just sit and I eat.
That's not. I think that's great. You know what I mean?
I just sit and eat.
Yeah.
That's all I do. It's kind of sad. It does get depressing. That's why I wanted to come out and do this, because literally for the past like 3 days, I've just been in my house eating. I'm like, I should probably get out.
Well, you know, here's the thing. It's like it's hard for me to like eat and not watch TV. Use a computer. I can't just sit there like, I don't know, how do people sit at a dinner table and just eat?
Oh.
It sounds like torture.
And I take it to the other level. Like, I can't just sit there and watch TV. Like, I have to be eating while I'm doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, or I can't just be on my computer. I have to be eating. I mean, I love my eating times, but then it's like if I have TV time, that also has to be eating time. And if I have computer time, that has to be eating time. So, I do try and exercise. I mean, I try and like work out because I eat so many calories. So I try and counterbalance it a little bit.
What do you have coming up? Like, I mean, I'm sure you have a million things coming up. You have anything coming up that you want to tell us about? You're doing something in New York, right? You can't talk about that.
I am doing something in New York, but I don't know if that's happening. So I don't want to jinx it, because it was supposed to happen like a month ago, and then and I've talked about it on my YouTube. I've hinted towards it, but when that happens, it would be really cool and it would be really huge. So I really hope that happens. No. You know how I don't know. I just kind of like one day wake up and say, I want to do this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Stay tuned.
We have a new music video coming out.
I have 2 music videos, yeah. My Littlest Conversation comes out in 2 weeks, and then my Fat Chicks video comes out in 4 weeks. And then, I do have another album coming out, another EP. And it's 4 songs. So, you know, there's that.
So there's the Fat Chicks EP you can find on iTunes?
Yeah, that's on iTunes.
And then there's
Spotify.
a new one coming out.
Yeah. And I would say the title, but I don't want someone to steal it. I feel like...
No, keep it. You just keep it there. But people can look out for it. It's on iTunes. They go to your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And you're, Trisha Paytas on Twitter. And
yeah, just type in Trisha Paytas anywhere. You'll find me.
Yeah,
I'm easily Googleable.
You're very easily Googleable.
So conceited, like Google me. Don't say goodbye. I know you're saying goodbye because I know there's a guest coming in, and then this person's wrapping you up. I don't like it. I need a podcast. I could talk for 1,000
Well,
hours.
listen, if you ever need like a white guy to be on a podcast, which is very difficult for you to find, I would love to be on it.
Okay.
But thank you so much. There's just so much.
See, you are kicking me off. I hate it. Why did I come on this show to be kicked off?
I could probably talk for another hour and get even deeper, but then it might get too dark. But maybe we'll do a sequel. We'll do like an After Hours one. Like
a real dark one.
Let
me shout out to Grace and Shaytards. Sorry.
They're not listening to this.
Oh, it gets them. People will tweet. People who hate me.
Well, hey, if people will listen, make sure to subscribe on iTunes, 5 stars, leave a comment.
Look, can I do another shout out?
Yes.
Shout out to Totally Sketch.
Oh, of course. That's how I got into all this crazy stuff.
I love him. He's my favorite YouTuber. He does not make YouTube. He hasn't made videos in 2 years.
know.
But I love him. He is so freaking hot, and I love you.
Yeah, so tweet that out.
Even though he has a girlfriend.
Michael Gallagher. Yeah, make some more videos and put me in. I mean, didn't you make enough money off me, off the stuff I wrote for you?
And put me in it.
Yeah.
I got into YouTube originally, and I was like, I would like to be in a Totally Sketch video. Never happened.
Yeah.
Never happened. Although, no, I love you. I had another shout out, and I forgot who it was.
Well, think about it while I
Rick
keep-
Moranis.
Yeah, where are you? Get back in the scene. He's done, right?
He's done.
He's retired.
And Bill Murray, shout out to him.
Yeah, he's definitely listening. He's absolutely definitely
Would
listening.
you do a video with him?
Absolutely. Would I do would I do blank? Yes, I would do it. Yeah, so subscribe, 5 stars on SoundCloud, follow youtube.com/JasonHorton, Snapchat, Instagram, the Jason Horton, Trisha on YT, Snapchat. I want to thank SideshowNetwork.tv. This is Friends Without Benefits. See you next time.